Hello and welcome back. Ready to cut clutter on the home front? Well, let's start by looking at some declutter points that hopefully will help you free a stranglehold household from clutter. First, start slow, small and steady. It's the small habits that last the longest. Clutter tolerance appears to have a fever cycle, kind of like the flu. The cluttered household will occasionally become unpleasant, causing the home manager, you, to go into brief, huge anti-clutter spasms. Piles will be moved, boxes will be packed, and everything will be stored until the fever subsides. Then the clutter tide returns, the bewilderment amplified by the flushed and angry attempts to get a grasp in a hurry. Just like clutter appears gradually and over time, it must be tackled gradually and over time as well. Clutter removal necessitates the formation of new habits, the implementation of new organizing systems, and the development of new domestic routines. Clutter removal takes time, and it can't be rushed. So resist the need to go all out in frenzied short-term battles against clutter. Slow and easy wins the decluttering race, just like the parable of the tortoise and hare suggests. So begin by scheduling regular declutter sessions. A good clutter attack needs time, energy, and drive. There's no such thing as a declutter fairy who works while you're sleeping. I wish there was. First and foremost, make time to declutter. Even 15 minutes a day is a fantastic start. Better still, set up longer blocks of time, such as 1, 2, or 4 hours once a week or twice a week to maximize declutter efficiency. And this depends on you and what's going on in your life. Scheduling decluttering session pulls the goal down from the clouds and into the realm of possibility. By decluttering on a regular basis, you increase motivation and embrace the goal of a clutter-free house. And by sticking to your decluttering appointments, you'll start to build islands, peninsulas, and continents of decluttered space. Believe me, it won't happen on its own. So plan your decluttering sessions now. A popular saying is, be the change you want to see. And this also applies to minimalism. Clutter accumulates in family situations for a variety of reasons. Adults throw away newspapers and personal belongings with recklessness. Children's rooms are cluttered with toys, art supplies, and school papers. Poor cleaning practices result in mounds of clean clothing on the sofa, mountains of documents on the counter, and tangled heaps of mail everywhere. Now, think twice before calling a family meeting and enforcing the clutter law, because stringent regulations can only be imposed for as long as you, the enforcer, is present. And if you're not there first, forceful tactics will fail. Instead, establish credibility, knowledge, and drive by first solving your personal clutter difficulties before incorporating the rest of the family. Again, be the change you want to see. Let me know in the comments below how you are the change you want to see in becoming a minimalist. Also, smash any of the buttons below. Like, subscribe, any of those will work. Thank you. Now let's look at how to declutter to minimalism. Having a clean, simple home is one of the things that brings me the greatest peace. When I get up in the morning and go out into a living room that has been decluttered, a minimalistic feel to it, and there isn't stuff laying around, it brings a sense of tranquility and joy to my heart. When I step into a living room filled with clothes, books, and additional stuff all over the place, it's pandemonium, and my mind is spinning. You will have to keep coming back to revisit your clutter once in a while. But here are some decluttering tips. As I said before, break it up into small parts, and you can set aside like 15 minutes to clear one shelf. And when that shelf is done and the 15 minutes are gone, celebrate your win. The next day, devote 15 minutes to the other shelf. Conquering a full closet or room can be daunting, and you may put it off for a long time. If that's the case, simply take it slow at first. Set aside a couple of hours to complete it. This may be contrary to what I just said, and it is. It's just a different method. And I say go with whatever works best for you. For me, it's sometimes beneficial to set aside a portion of a morning or an entire Saturday morning to clear a closet or room. I do it all at once and it feels great when I'm done. Remove everything from a shelf or drawer at once. Whichever strategy you select, you should concentrate on one drawer or shelf at a time and clear it entirely. Then clean it. Then take the pile and sort it, returning just what you wish to keep, and then go on to the next shelf or drawer. When you clear those areas, go through your pile one thing at a time, making rapid decisions. Keep a trash bag and a donation box ready. Sort through the pile one at a time as you take everything out of a shelf or drawer. Pick up an object and decide whether to trash it, give it away, or keep it. Don't rearrange the pile. I've done that before. It doesn't work. Do this with the entire pile, and you'll be done in no time. It will take an eternity if you keep sorting and resorting through the pile. Restore only what you want to save and organize it neatly. Be ruthless. You may be a hoarder, but the fact is that you will never utilize the majority of the crap you've gathered. Get rid of anything you haven't used in the previous year. That's just how it is. Get rid of it if you've only used it once or twice in the previous year and know you won't use it again in the coming year. If it can't be saved, toss it and give it away if someone else might be able to utilize it. Let's look at papers. This was one of my weak points. Unless it's critical, be brutal. Magazines, catalogs, junk mail, invoices older than a year, notes to yourself, letters from others, old job material, throw it out. You may want to shred it first if it contains sensitive information. The sole exemption is tax paperwork, which should be preserved for 7 years, as well as other vital documents such as warranties, birth, death, and marriage certificates, insurance, wills, and other similar documents. You'll recognize them when you see them. Otherwise, trash them. Make a maybe box if you're undecided about a number of topics. If you can't stomach the thought of throwing anything away because you might need it later, put it in a box, seal it, name it, and store it somewhere out of sight. Usually the garage, the attic, or in the back of a closet. You're unlikely to open that package again, and if that's the case, take it out after 6 months or a year and either throw it away or give it away. Set up a method to prevent clutter from collecting. There's a reason you have enormous stacks of documents everywhere, as well as large mounds of toys, books, and clothes. It's because you don't have a consistent procedure in place to keep things in their proper location and get rid of things you don't need. This is a topic for another day, but it's worth considering while you declutter. Now, you'll never be flawless, but if you think about how your house becomes messy, you might be able to prevent it from occurring again. Celebrate when you're finished. This is a fundamental guideline in life. Always celebrate your victories, no matter how minor they are. Even if you only decluttered one drawer, it is fantastic. Give yourself a delightful treat. Open that drawer or closet or whatever and marvel at its simplicity. Take a deep breath and know you've done something excellent. Relax and enjoy your serenity. See you next time.